Hi, I'm Mike McCormick here at GBTA Studios live in Toronto, and I'm here with Stephanie Snowball, Director of Sales Canada for IHG. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you, Mike.
So, as always, interesting and exciting times in the hotel business. When we look at the business travel market for here in Toronto, well, not just Toronto, in Canada, what trends are you expecting? What do you see when we look out for next year or so?
Well, I think a lot of the dialogue today across multiple stages has really been about how to remove that traveler friction,
Right.
and how to help and personalize that travel experience. I think the lines between corporate travel and leisure travel is extremely blurry, and embracing that, and that bleisure term that we hear so much
Right.
about, but embracing that and designing the right offerings to help and support that traveler. I mean, it's also, travel can be tiring. Business travel can be tiring. It can be exhausting, and it takes us away from our families, but I think it also can be such a wonderful way to shrink the world.
Right.
And, really, it enables commerce, it connects people, so I think constantly encouraging that interaction between the local community with the business traveler, as well as that local experience.
Yeah. Well, and interesting times too, because again, economies have been generally healthy. A lot of recovery, obviously, in the last 10 years. Capacity's grown and more hotel building, but still, it seems as if the demand is keeping pace with all that. So it's been a very good, healthy market for both buyers and travelers, and for the hoteliers themselves, right? And it's probably one of the best times we've had in the industry, and really in our careers, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly has been, and I think we've all benefited so much from this boom, but I mean, we are also very aware that in Canada, we are at sort of that tail end of the cycle.
Right.
And there are talks of, nominal growth, or per se, and the compressed markets are flat. So, but I still think that, I think what that does is afford us opportunities to just be more creative and think differently, because it doesn't stop business travel. That can't stop and impede commerce and progress.
Right.
So it's just about working with customers in a different way to identify, what are their priorities, and how do we align with those and help them achieve those goals.
And it's a big about value, right? It's not, in these times, it feels like that's the message we hear over and over again. It's like, how do you drive value for travelers? How do you drive value for companies? And I know that's like, a big part of those conversations you're having, right?
Well, yeah, and I think, the other side of that is that it's a competitive job market out
Right.
there. And so I think this is really where there's an opportunity for us to work in using travel as a benefit to expand, and drive engagement within your corporate culture. Yeah. In addition to, obviously, helping drive compliance and so forth. So.
Right, and putting travelers in a position where they can make good decisions on behalf of their company, and and really in a way that what you need today may not be the same as next week or the week after that from a business travel perspective. Depending on the type of trip and what you're doing and trying to accomplish, and you want to, they need to have that flexibility and the right product to match.
That's absolutely what I was going to say, is that flexibility is critical.
Yep.
And I think you'll see that there's just so many different types and needs to travel these days, and you're going to continue to see an expansion of brands in order to actually be able to be on the menu as an option,
right.
That serves to that specific sort of travel.
Right.
Right.
Yep. So again, any if you're a buyer in the marketplace, any tips? I mean, you talk to your buyers all the time, and certainly you're well aware of their needs. What are they talking about, and what do you tell them as a hotel provider?
It really is about that personalization and freedom of choice.
Yeah.
That really is sort of the critical table stakes right now.
Right.
And so as our technology has thankfully advanced and caught up to where we need to be, we now have the ability to be able to offer solutions that are customized and say, okay, I know that you normally like to order room service. Would you like it ready for in your room by the time you arrive? things like that. Or, I mean, we're used to being able to call an Uber and a driver when we pick up, you land land at the airport. So being able to do that and also check in, as well as also have your room service waiting, and maybe potentially book a trip the next day to the local, restaurant.
Right.
Those are the things that they want to be anticipated,
right,
but yet personalized.
Right. Very good. Interesting times, but healthy times, so that's good, right?
Yes.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Stephanie, for joining us here in the studio. And I'm Mike McCormick, live from GBTA Studios here in Toronto.